The consumerism generation, eating the new matcha Dubai chocolate Labubu crumble cookies. So this sentence, I think, in itself makes me want to, like, invest in a company that produces military-grade weapons, because seeing this makes me specifically believe that we as humans are just gonna kill each other at the end of the day, you know? No matter what kind of, like, constitution or piece of paper that binds us together, whenever I see people putting this out there, it makes me realize that I have less in common with people than I think. Oh, we're not so different after all. We are different in almost every conceivable way. I almost don't view someone who would post this to be a human being. Like, if you own a Labubu, if you're talking about drinking matcha and Dubai chocolate, you are a threat, right? So I'm gonna look at you and I'm gonna classify you as the enemy and tactically assassinate you.
Matcha Dubai chocolate crumble cookies. The matcha sugar cookie with a chocolate mousse, toffee, pistachios, and more pistachio butter. The Labubu is a matcha chocolate with a toffee pistachio filling.
Can we blow this place up? Yeah, how do I say this? This sort of, like, horny slop TV for girls is, I think, single-handedly killing our society. Forget the price of a home or the fact that everyone is on antidepressants and struggling to make ends meet. None of that is really the issue. The issue is that you'll have some guy who takes off his shirt on Love Island, and then a crowd of girls start collectively screaming like a hive mind. So, I've never watched Love Island, and if I do, what I would ask is that someone SWAT me and have a person on the SWAT team neutralize me.
Growing up in a generation where a couple of the main hopes past generations had are gone, the ability to be financially free and clear all your debt isn't happening for most people in our generation. The people at the top know this so much, it's now common to have buy now and pay later everywhere.
Why have slavery when you can just make people purchase Labubus? Right? Why inform voters on the democratic process and the policies of each candidate and how these policies will affect not only you, but your community, when you can just make them obsessed with fucking chocolate? Okay? Why even consider the fact that Democrats and Republicans are the only options that are ultimately still being lobbied by the same rich people, and so your vote only goes so far? Like, forget that and how that is a big problem when you can just have people sip matcha, right? Because why would you care if certain candidates represent the exact same thing and there's a false opposition when you can just drink matcha?
Like, they added that to DoorDash. If this isn't a sign to wake up people, then I don't know what is. Shoot, the average person in Gen Z who wants a new car is gonna be paying off that thing for the next 10 years. I think you sign a little bit of your soul away when you sign that lease. So the way Gen Z has been coping with this and trying to get away from these thoughts is with what we call
drugs. So I think it's largely drugs. I think what we're seeing is addictions forming in not only substance forms, but we have a lot of behavioral addictions, okay? The phone, very addicted to the phone, very addicted to gooning, very addicted to gambling, you know, addicted to buying shit.
Consumerism.
This is another one of them, and I fall into this, okay? I have been coping with the fact that nothing matters anymore by buying shit. You can fill the void pretty well.
I've been memeing about it and talking about it on TikTok recently.
Yeah.
Consumerism, by its definition, is an economic and social system that encourages the consumption of goods and services as a mean of attaining well-being. And no matter what or where you are in life, everyone contributes to it. Like, when you buy something that makes you happy, that is technically a part of consumerism. But the problem is when you have to keep buying things or the best new thing that's trending on TikTok to be at peace. And just to make it clear, consumerism isn't only a Gen Z or millennial thing, like it's existed for past generations. You may have seen your grandparents or someone old in your family watching the QVC channel, which is quite literally a channel that just sells you stuff, like that's all they're.
Yo, these women made a fortune just smiling with their deadpan, soulless expressions while selling a bunch of crap to old people who don't need it. Oh my god, what is this? What is Mally?
Content. And when you see old people watching this, they're in a trance. As soon as
Buy
they pull up a
more.
word, order the item, they move faster than they have the past 15 years to buy it.
Get your wallets out and purchase the product. We're going to spin the product on a little rotatey thing, and it's going to look extra cool.
But no, Gen Z is much smarter. Instead of having a TV channel control us, we have a much
Rockabye, Mama Bear, and Baby Animated Plush. It's a stuffed animal, guys. Let's not overcomplicate it. And you got these two hoes sitting on the fucking couch. Have you considered that you should buy this? 2 easy payments. You're just bragging about debt slavery. You can buy the whole thing for what it's worth, or you can just set yourself up for disappointment and failure. I like it. I'm a big fan of this whole new business model of like the never-ending slavery of the subscription model and monthly installments. I think this is all great. Like, why ever own something like fully when you can just kind of lease off everything forever? I thought about how cool it would be if I could get a gallon of milk in my fridge, but then I was like, do I want to buy the whole thing now, or can I just throw a quarter at it and then for the next 3 years be paying off a fucking gallon of milk? Hey bank, what's going on? I've been charged the same thing for 2 years here. For like a few cents. It's not much, but I don't know what this is. Oh, it's that milk. I'm sorry. Yeah, it's the milk. The gallon of milk that you were too retarded to pay off in full because you were given the option to enslave yourself. Yeah, you're paying off your fucking milk! That's where we are as a society. You're paying off shit you forgot you bought.
Much more valuable and educational source doing it. TikTok live streams.
16 18 10块吹风机来喽来喽
Did this just say cockbot? Cockbot. Oh.
15上车
The difference between
What the fuck is this? Hello? Why are we flexing the fact that we have an assembly line of slaves? This is, so yeah, these people would rather not be here, is what I'm gonna assert. Jeez. Bro, this is, oh my god. Oh my, and then you got the fucking slave owner walking around with their, like, key card badge. Bro, this is Severance. We live in Severance. I'm just letting you guys know. And also, by the way, this is gonna be like, this is not going away. Like, you don't think, like, this is super cheap. You just stand there and show off the shirt. You got the tripods. They probably make these, you know, in-house anyway. Oh my god. Like, okay, but again, like, look at this guy right here, the guy in the purple shirt. First of all, the poor guy, he's not even tall enough to stand in front of the phone. It's literally being tilted. So that's not great. But you're gonna let this jerk off sell you something? What does he sell? Oh, yes, buy shirt! Buy the shirt! Yes, 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 please buy the shirt! Buy the shirt, please! Like, I'm all right, actually. You know? I'm good. I think I'm good. And he's like, oh, best shot, please buy a shirt, please. It's like, you might have an issue with my accent, and you might think that that's rude. I would say the fact that he is here against his will is probably worse. What does this shirt even say? Yeah, again, like, consumerism is bad and all, but I also think that if you're fucking stupid enough to buy this shit's hideous! You get the knockoff Avengers / maybe Alvin and the Chipmunks with some sort of, like, RIP design around this. It's like Apunic tire. Acupunic tire. What does this mean? Tell me what this means, bro. What is this like a fucking like local dentist office that you're promoting? I don't even. Is this what the fuck does this mean? Acupuncture? That's, oh, it literally, okay, but still, again, that's just a noun. You could just write anything here. Like, if we're just gonna write nouns, then you could just write, like, riboflavin, you know? Like, stovetop, morning, like, just the word, like, middle of the day. Like, this is just, like, random, this is just a noun. This is just a fucking word. Doesn't mean anything. Acupuncture, oh, it's a brand.
The difference between past generations versus newer generations is the amount of ads we get. In the past, you were mainly seeing ads through TV commercials and hearing them on the radio. Typical stuff we're used to, billboards and posters on walls. Most people ignored them, but it was definitely easier for advertisers to reach certain audiences. We all remember certain commercials collectively growing up and they've become memes of their own. Just want to say, Fushigi, that was a scam and I was heartbroken finding that out when I got older. But with social media now, every social media app spams ads in your face you can't escape unless you pay to. And sometimes apps like YouTube and Twitter offer a subscription where you can lower the amount of ads you see but not completely remove them. If you're someone that buys something, whether that be Netflix or Twitter,
YouTube Premium is actually so worth it, and if you don't think it is worth it, I hope you enjoy getting spammed with porn, spyware, honeypot, Trojan ads, and fake Mr. Beast. I'm actually so serious. If you are so stingy to not buy YouTube Premium, although you use YouTube every single day. I literally hope you fall for a fake Mr. Beast scam. I hope Jimmy's saying, hey man, I just started this website and I'm sending everyone who signs up to be on the newsletter, everyone is getting $500. I hope you fall for that shit, you know? No, actually, not fall for what? It's $500. You're not gonna fall for it. It's definitely legit. You're a sucker.
Or YouTube or something.
Use an ad blocker. Don't use an ad blocker. Just pay for YouTube Premium. It's literally worth it.
And where you're still
Also, the ad blockers don't even work half the time. And also, you can't get one on your phone. You have to jailbreak your phone to get one. So it's not even... Jailbreaking your phone is actually not worth it, because when you've jailbroken it, you are now giving some sort of access to something in order to jailbreak it. And when you're giving access to a core part of your phone, I don't trust that, because all your shit is on your phone. All your data, you know? No thanks.
Ads.
Brave browser on mobile has ad block. All right, can you stop leaking the sauce? Part of this is about my own fucking bottom dollar here, so why don't you side-bow?
You see less of it.
You're completely insane.
I'll never understand that. Just pay a couple more bucks to completely get rid of the ads and it'll help you way more. Things like TikTok Shop do ads in a sort of deceiving way to make it seem like they're relatable to you. I can't wait to tell my kids in the future I remember the good old days of TikTok before TikTok Shop and before you had to pay to promote your video for views. I'm gonna show them one of those 2018.
The good old days of TikTok, like when what do you, like in 2020 when like barely legal Addison Rae was doing the WAP challenge with her whore mother.
In TikToks and be like, yeah, this is what we found funny back then.
Oh no, this shit was kind of, actually, no, I did like this. Addison Rae, I didn't mean it, sweetie. I'm sorry. That was a joke. Okay, that was made in poor taste. Okay, Addison Rae.
On TikTok now, you notice a lot more of the TikTok Shop on your For You page. And people will put a link for a product in any video, even if it has nothing to do with it. Like, it'll be a clip of a streamer doing something on stream, and then you'll see linked an ad to buy some
XQC headset?
phones.
What is this?
The crazy thing is, too, people will sit there and buy it just because it's in front of their face. It's built in the system, too.
I'm low-key like that. I'm gonna be honest. I can make fun of people for being zombified enough to throw money at Chinese fake knockoff shit and Labubus, but I am kind of like a consumerist piece of shit. Like, I do buy things that I shouldn't. Like, you know how bad... Like, I think my main consumerism is in the form of, like, in-game purchases. Like, I do be hitting Supercell for them Clash Royale gems. I do go on Counter-Strike and buy skins with Ethereum, you know. And I you know, these are things that I do, and maybe it's good, maybe it's not, but at the end of the day, I don't mind it. And I think, you know, listen, one thing about making a lot of money is that you're not gonna, like, the part of the reason you wanted to make it in the first place is because you did want the things that it got you, which were freedom and stuff, right? And I think if you're afraid of getting stuff with the money you got, then it's like, that's kind of half the fun. You know, half the fun is experiences, half the fun is stuff, you know? So buy some stuff, have fun. Just don't buy stupid shit.
So many...
Well, whatever, buy stuff that makes you happy. Don't get scammed.
Ads on the daily, people end up bound to buy something eventually. Crazy to think, there used to be a time on TikTok not even that long ago when there was no ads. Same thing with places like YouTube as well. People have been getting pissed off at YouTube because they've just kept adding more and more ads to things, especially now that they've cracked down on ad blockers. And I know people still get around them, but you know, they keep cracking down on them and you have to find different ways to do it. Some people get an ad when watching YouTube on a TV when they just pause the video. Advertisers...
That's not even that bad, actually. Okay, here's the thing, right? The video's fucking paused. So if it's paused, you're not even looking at it, right? So if it's literally the fact that you are not playing the video, it's like the perfect time for them to show you something because they don't even have your attention. I feel like that's fine. And if that's going to give the creator more money, I think that's actually good. This is something where if you're mad at this, you're actually like pretending to be mad, I swear.
Just be thinking this will work, but if I see your product on my TV after simply pausing a video, I'm writing down that product specifically in a notebook to make sure I don't buy it. On TV too, a lot of people get an ad as their first recommended video to watch. I'm not sure how many people are sitting.
Yeah, again, like I hate just like at this point, this gif is so funny. At this point, you guys just need to buy premium. Like at this point, you know, if it's this big of an issue and you're using, because how big of an issue you find it is directly related to how often you use YouTube. And if it's this big of an issue, it means you use YouTube a lot, right? So just buy premium.
There and willingly clicking on an ad to watch as their first video. The spamming of ads everywhere are just one part of us getting taken over by consumerism. A lot of it does have to deal with our own will to buy things as well. They can shill out however many products they want, but we have the power to choose them or not. And the thing that gets our generation is buying anything that's trending. A perfect example of it is Labubus. Not a single person can tell me where they even came from and the day they even found out about them, but they'll have a whole collection.
Okay, yet again, I also know for a fact, like, this shit, like, as kind of third worldy, I think our country has become by popularizing a fucking Labubu doll. I also don't know if when I was younger, the fidget spinner epidemic was any different. So
of them already and each one named. And we always have things like this popping off. Everyone runs to buy them and show them off just to forget about it the next month and stop talking about it. Labubu's recently have become the top face of consumerism on TikTok. Same thing with matcha as well. And it's so funny.
Matcha, okay, listen, I've tried it. It's disgusting. If you drink this shit and you have the choice to get anything else, you're a fucking tool bag, okay? Or your mouth doesn't work.
Because matcha has already been a thing for so long. Like in Japan, they've been having matcha for literal centuries. But just because it started to take over everywhere online, we've officially been draining the world's supply of matcha and are running out. Nowadays, something will start trending as one thing. Then because of our insatiable
like grass, it does.
Consumerism, it has to be spread everywhere. And because of all this consumerism, the main...
Okay, what is Dubai chocolate actually? So I assume it's chocolate, but what, does it make you horny? It is, oh, pistachio. Okay, I can't even eat that. I'm allergic to pistachios. Yeah, I'm not missing out, though.
An excuse for boomers, for younger generations, and why they don't have houses and stable income is that we all spend our money on bull and that we got soft.
Why are we showing this guy with the coolest watch collection I've ever seen as an example of someone wasting money?
Stable income is
heat.
That we all spend our
money
on bull and that we got soft hands, brother.
I've fought more men and bedded more women than you've probably ever seen. Hell yeah. Now, you want to talk about soft hands? Ain't nothing soft about me, boy.
While it is true that younger generations do spend more money on random we eat out more on average and spend money on things I showed like
Labubu matcha Dubai chocolate crumble cookie.
The thing they don't
oh my god, that is like, who is this
average?
Let's really just soak that in one more time.
Spend money on things I showed like
Labubu matcha.
Oh, girl. I mean, like, I want to look at you and say I can fix you. I don't think I can fix you. Honestly, I think I'm just throwing you in the fucking hydraulic press.
Dubai chocolate crumble cookie.
The thing they don't
I wish I could. It's not my battle, all right? I left my cape at home.
Understand is
I left my cape at home, I swear.
The reason why younger generations do this.
Crumble is so retarded. Yes, but, you know, they do taste fucking amazing.
Is because they don't have the same hope they did. A lot of this is a direct response to things that a lot of the younger generation feel are now out of reach. If you don't have the hope to be able to afford a home in the future.
This house? $5 million.
Future and be able to raise a family, then the direct response we're gonna see is consumerism. People are buying things to satisfy themselves in the moment because they don't have hope to get any of the things they want. And companies know this, which is why on top of making everything buy now, pay later,
everything has also become a subscription.
I just found out recently that, you know, for
you're getting billed every month for something you didn't even realize you were getting billed for. It's like some service you don't even use. That to me, okay, so I feel like there should be a required reconfirmation of your subscription, like once every 3 months. So like there should be a max length that you can subscribe for without like being notified. And then eventually at a certain point, it says, hey, we've been billing you for this amount of time. We're just making sure you're cool with this. And then you have to click yes or no.
New cars, how you get an app to remote start the car and whatnot. Well, some of those car brands are now charging you to use their apps. The app for new Honda cars who use the Honda Link app charges you $110 per year just to be able to remote start your car. This is just them being selfish too, because other car brands have their app entirely for free. Don't be surprised when every car brand starts to assimilate to these standards and ruin it for everybody. All it takes is for one brand to make it normal for everybody to conform. And look, I'm not even saying the older generations are wrong for saying those type of complaints, but all of this isn't a one-way street. Like, it's a two-way street. It wouldn't have happened if in the past it was set up for us to be good. Back then, everyone knew, or at least had the mindset, that if you put in the work, you'd be guaranteed.
Bro, this was a $5 house, by the way. This house is $5.
House. A lot of jobs felt a lot more family oriented, and a lot of people treated their coworkers as like family. But now you're not even guaranteed to keep your job anymore if you put in the work. As soon as your boss sees they can save 0.1% of expenses by firing you, they're gonna fire your ass. Consumerism is a direct response to capitalism, and as things keep getting worse, it's going to continue on. You also have social media personas, and everyone's gotta look like one of them. You either gotta dress like Cardi, look like a Y2K baddie, anything new that can pop up. They even have a new meme.
Performative male final boss. Okay, we've got the White Album, Women, Race, and Class. Yeah, okay. Yeah. You got some, this is, what's her name? Laufey. You got, Lana Del Rey, Matcha. Yeah. This guy definitely pretends to be an orthodox communist to get pussy. And he succeeds. That's the scary part, is he'll tell you that he's read theory, he's read Lenin, and this is something that he does to get pussy. It's interesting, and it works, you know? It does work.
meme for one called the performative male, which is pretty much a guy who tries to emulate anything that'll impress the host. It's mandatory.
Herder capitalism? What did that say? Wait, where? I didn't see it. Herder? That's kind of funny.
Performative male, which is pretty much a guy who tries to emulate anything that'll impress the host. It's mandatory. It includes matcha, a book about feminism, and you listening to Lana Del Rey. There'd be a lot of women out here thinking these type of dudes are perfect and every man should simply emulate them, not knowing that a lot of them are simply strategists conforming to what'll work for them to smash. In fact, a lot of these dudes be the worst to be with. It's kind of like how every girl has that dream Hollywood male actor, and a lot of those actors end up being terrible people and serial cheaters. But hey, I can't even hate. They play the game beautifully.
Oh my god, I actually love
the game.
This is Counter-Strike.
It's way easier now to also hoard tons of things, and a lot of people do it.
The men that are good are the men you low-key think are evil at first. So, listen, I want to make an argument that evil men who seem like they're evil because they make fucked up jokes and talk unfiltered are actually the nicest guys you'll ever meet. And the nicest guys who are pretending to care about women's rights are actually evil. Like, that might be true, but I also know of a lot of guys who make the most fucked up jokes, and they actually are kind of just scumbag, dirtbag pieces of shit. So maybe, I don't know, you know, but I will say that a lot of the guys that are pretending to care about like feminism and modern contemporary political issues and stuff, it's performative, you know. It is to get near women. Like, you know, you can't meet girls anymore by just living on the default path of modern life, because the default path of modern life for especially a young guy will leave you indoors by yourself most of the time or with your homies. So where do women fall into that situation? They kind of don't. So you kind of either got to go on Omegle, be a Roblox pedophile, or I don't know, you just goon all day. You know, and if you don't want to do any of those, you gotta get matcha and labubus and try to lure women into your bedroom by lying about your communist beliefs.
First person's house you'll ever meet is a who can't throw a single item away. They got things from 20 years ago that haven't been touched in that time, and when you ask them why they still have it, they always say it's just in case, but that in case never happens. Like, I promise you won't need that 15-year-old chair or 20-year-old pot set. And now with our unlimited thirst for collecting anything new that's popping for a month, people will have full stacks of something in the span of a week.
Okay, I'm not gonna lie. How did they get this photo of my fucking bedroom?
Anything new that's popping for a month, people will have.
This is literally my bedroom, on God.
Full stacks of something in the span of a week. In the past, for hoarders, it usually took them years to build up their collection, and now it's sped up faster than ever. There are still people with closets full of Stanley cups. As we go on, the dumber the item we collect.
Here's what I'll have to say about this. He's right, but I also feel like I overlook and society overlooks a lot of shit that's basically like this that for some reason gets a pass, like Pokemon cards. You know how many people are bending over backwards, pushing grandmas aside and breaking their metal hips to get a booster pack? You know, like, I have a friend who's spent like probably over $1,000 in a month on Pokemon cards, and that's like Labubu but for boys. I honestly do think it's different because it stood the test of time. It's not a trend, and I think when something starts as a trend but then lives for over like if a few years, it's now a hobby. So that's what he's done.
I still don't understand.
It's legitimized now.
And how Stanley cups became such a big thing. People were camping outside stores to snatch the cups up, and if you look at it now, no one's talking about it anymore. With our generation now too, it's proven that we don't stand on anything. Like, for a while, I remember people were boycotting McDonald's and Starbucks. This was due to allegations that both of the brands were supporting Israel in the war and their efforts. But slowly over time, less and less people stopped doing it and started eating there again. All McDonald's had to do was announce that they were bringing snack wrap.
The snack wrap makes my dick hard. It is so good. The snack wrap, I don't know why they ever took this off the menu. If this never was taken off the McDonald's menu, I probably would eat McDonald's guaranteed at least twice a week. I'd eat this thing and I would want to, oh my God, it just makes my yogurt fly out of my dick.
Back and potentially bringing
it's so yummy
XXL fries, and people completely forgot about I'm not even sure if the rumors of what McDonald's and Starbucks were doing is true, but at the end of the day, for people, it doesn't matter to them. Starbucks is definitely still getting boycotted by a lot of people, but I guarantee if Starbucks comes out with a matcha Dubai chocolate Labubu latte, people will be willing to throw the boycott away just for a day or two. And the way this happens is when more and more people start to post videos about something, the more people are willing to give it and try it. Crumble Cookie is also a pure example of consumerism at its finest. And fair to them because they play the game well. Every week they change.
Like, oh my, what the, like,
change the flavors.
This is gonna kill people and they have no issue with it.
To something new. And because they're
like, look at the screen. This is gonna take more lives than gambling.
Updating them so often, influencers are able to immediately make a new video about them trying the newest.
Get the fuck out of here, though. Low-key, you're low-key like a real human reviewing these, okay? You know what I'm saying? I feel like too many people are throwing on the camera and then reviewing this sort of stuff as a way to cope with the fact that they want to eat it. So that way they can mentally justify it by saying it was for content. Oh, I did eat this 3,000 calories worth of slop, but I got it all on video. It's like, you're not Nico Cotto avocado, brother.
Flavor. Then when people see the influencers trying it, they think to themselves they have to try the new flavor themselves. Not taking their health into account or nothing. Crumble Cookie is the perfect example of the meme that Americans eat like they got free healthcare. I can't fathom that you get a box of them and chomp down the whole thing by yourself. One single brownie is 1,100.
Okay, so literally it's
630 calories. But hold up, 15 grams of protein? Never mind.
Oh my, 147% of your added sugars. Okay, so I had a debate with my friend Eric about this. I honestly think if anything is over the 100% limit in one single unit, I don't think that should be legal. Like, I honestly don't think that there should be, like, you take off that 47%, I guarantee you it'll taste just as sweet. I don't think one single serving of anything should be over the 100%. That doesn't make sense to me. Like, if one serving can take you over the daily recommended limit, that is a health risk, literally, like, mathematically, by what their standards are. So I feel like, obviously, you can take different amounts of sugar into your system. No one's going to stop you from overeating and over-consuming sugar. But what I don't think you should be able to do is have one cookie that sends you to heaven. You know, have 10, maybe, if you're really that dedicated, but I don't know. Low-key, you eat these cookies for the right price? Yeah, I mean, I'm not saying they're bad. Like, I probably would eat them, but I'm just saying that the fact that this is this much sugar in one cookie is actually dangerous.
And this is clearly a healthy brand. Sounds like a great pre-workout meal to me. Anyways, that's gonna be it. Let me know how much consumerism has fried your...
Do they want you to die? I don't think they want you to die because then you will not be able to come back, but they probably want to keep you, like, addicted and probably get rid of one of your legs.
Brain as well. For every like, you're now entered a giveaway to win a Dubai chocolate matcha flavored Labubu crumble cookie. Follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. As always, I love you guys consensually.
Good video.
And until next time.
Love you guys consensually. Can you even love... Is it possible to love someone unconsensually?
I'm out.
Do you need consent to love? I don't know. Whatever. Well, good video. Let's take a look at the comments here. Let's read what people are saying. I always love the comments. Matcha Dubai Labubu crumble cookie. I don't know if it's possible to stack that many debuffs at once. We all died in 2020 and this is hell. I can almost guarantee those, yeah. So that's what's going on. Crazy, huh?